Hi friends, welcome to EC Embryology Cross Anatomy channel. In today's video, we are going to learn about branchial apparatus and its first part. So from the first part, we are going to see the mesodermal derivatives, mainly the arteries and the nerves. So totally there are 6 arches is going to develop. These arches are developed from the cephalic part of the foregut. In the previous videos and all, we have seen the foregut, midgut and the hindgut structure. So this arch is going to develop from the cephalic part of the foregut. So this arches, it is called as the branchial arches or branchial apparatus. This branchial apparatus is essential for the development of the neck region, face, then mouth, pharynx and larynx. So here we can see the mesodermal bars. So there are totally 6 mesodermal bars which looks like a cylindrical shape, and it is also you can see this cylindrical part here. This mesodermal bars which appear in the branchial apparatus. So through this mesodermal bars, the mesodermal structure which are passes through this. So what are the mesodermal structure means? That is the development of the arteries, the nerves, skeletal elements and the cartilage. So these are all travel through this mesodermal bars. And this mesodermal bar, outer it is surrounded by a surface ectoderm and the inner one is surrounded by the endoderm layer. So here in the cut section, we can see the mesodermal arches, that is the mesodermal bar which is travelled by the nerves, arteries, skeletal elements and the cartilage. So here by seeing this line diagram, we can able to understand how this arch and the pouch are going to form. So here this is the mesodermal arch, and then outer it is lined by the ectoderm, that is the surface ectoderm. So this one is lined by ectodermal layer which is called as surface ectoderm. And here this one is the inner part. So this inner part is lined by endodermal layer which is called as pouch. So like this we can get the pharyngeal cleft and pharyngeal pouches. One thing we have to remember, the pharyngeal cleft is lined by the ectodermal layer and the pharyngeal pouch is lined by the endodermal pouch. So totally we are having 6 arches. In this, the fifth arch will get disappear, so that we are having first, second, third, fourth and sixth arches. So now in this video, we are going to see only about the mesodermal structures. So one thing we have to remember, this branchial apparatus is going to form a structure of 3 groups, that is ectodermal derivative, endodermal derivative and mesodermal derivatives. So in this we are going to see only the mesodermal derivatives. The mesodermal derivatives forms 4 important structures. No? In that only the derivatives of the arteries and nerves only we are going to see. So this is the arch. This arch is travelled by the artery and then the nerves. So what are the arteries and what are the nerves are going to appear in the arches, we will see. First, we will see the nerves which are travelled in the arches. So, in the first arch, this is the first arch, it is travelled by the mandibular nerve, which is a branch from trigeminal ganglion. So, these nerves and all, where it is coming from, these nerves and all, it is coming from the hindbrain vesicle. And the first arch, apart from the mandibular branch, it gives one more branch, that is chorda tympani. And then from the second the second arch is traveled by the facial nerve, and the third arch is traveled by the glossopharyngeal nerve, and the fourth and sixth arch is traveled by the branch of the vagus. We'll see what are the exact branches. So here the fourth arch is traveled by the superior laryngeal nerve, and the sixth arch is traveled by the recurrent laryngeal nerve. Both are the branches of the vagus nerve. And then the aortic arch. Here in this picture also we can able to easily understand the structure passing in the mesodermal arches. So here in the blue line, that is ectoderm, and the yellow line, that's, which is called the endodermal layer. So between these two the mesodermal structures are traveling. So one thing we have to remember, towards the dorsal part we can see the dorsal aorta in the previous videos and all. From this only the aortic arches and all is going to develop. So just in this we are going to see what are the arteries which are travelled in the mesodermal arches. So here this is the dorsal aorta. So from the dorsal aorta only the aortic arches are coming. So now we'll see. So this is the first arch. So first arch, it is travelled by the maxillary artery. So most of the part will get regress. Only a small part of the maxillary artery will supplies. And then the second arch is travelled by the stapedius artery. So here also most of the part of the artery will regress. And then the third arch, which is towards the ventral part, it is the common carotid artery will get travel, and towards the dorsal part it is traveled by the internal carotid artery. Then the fourth arch towards the right, it passes the right subclavian artery, and towards the left arch of aorta has persist, and the fifth arch is going to disappear. Then in the sixth arch towards the right it persists as a right pulmonary artery, and towards the left it persists as a left pulmonary artery. In the sixth aortic arch, when you read about this, here towards the right side the dorsal part will get disappears. Only the proximal part contains the right pulmonary artery, and towards the left side the dorsal part forms the ligamentum arteriosum. So this is the thing which appears in the sixth aortic arch, whereas the ventral part persists as left pulmonary artery. So up to this we have seen about the mesodermal derivatives of arteries and nerves only in this first part. In the second part, in the next video, I am going to put about the second part derivatives, that is the skeletal elements and the cartilage. I hope you all understand from this video about the arches and the nerves from the mesodermal derivatives. Thank you friends. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe.